Okay. Hi everyone, we meet again in the second series of How to Rise Your Speech to the Next Level podcast created and brought to you by Surabaya Toastmaster Club. Today we are going to discuss about are you shaking and this is how you solve it. It is mainly to overcome our nervousness during speech whether in front of people or during in the Zoom or even when making YouTube video or podcast. But today I'm not going to discuss this alone with you as usual. I am being accompanied by our senior Toastmaster Rina Lukiandari DTM. Hi Rina. Yeah.
Hi,
How are you?
Jonathan. I'm great. I'm great.
Talking about nervousness, I remember when the first time I joined Toastmaster, I felt that my speech is quite not good because a lot of nervousness inside there. And I must confess that my hands was so cold and and then my feet also cold and I'm a little bit shaking. But luckily we are doing this in Zoom for the last 2 years, so nobody notice it. However, when we are going to have a hybrid meeting and offline meeting in the future, what is your suggestion to overcome such nervousness for beginner speaker or those who want to improve their speeches?
Mhm. All right. Thanks, Jonathan. Nervousness actually something natural that comes to everyone. All the although whether they are new or they are seasoned speaker, but it is about how you trying to hide that. Nervousness can be seen in many ways, such as people will see your hand shaking, or probably your voice kind of trembling, or probably that you are using so many filler words, crutches on your speech. So there are many forms of nervousness. People usually say that actually, I would like to go back to you that you said that, okay, your nervousness is gone after you are practicing for so many times. But now it's actually not only practicing. Practicing, yes, it is important. But what you need to do during the practice, that's the point. So when you get nervous, the first thing is that don't ever say that you are nervous in front of your audience. Sometimes the audience cannot see that, but when you say that, you say it's because you want to ease your nervousness, but then the audience will see that. So don't ever say it.
Hmm.
The second one is that you have to like trying to breathe, manage your breath. Jonathan, you're joining this breathing practice. So actually, you are the one who knows how to do that on controlling your breath. The other one about the pause filler or crutches. This is actually the one that I would like to emphasize because this pause filler coming from not only when you nervous, but when you get a blank. As you know that the number of words when people talking compared to the number of words when people are thinking, when you are thinking, the number of words is a lot more than when you the rate the rate is a lot more, which is 400 words per minute, while when you are speaking the rate is only 100. words per minute. So this will create a pause between when you want to say it and when you think about that. So here, what you need to do when you have a pause, oh, sorry, to avoid having a pause filler is you need to pause. It seems when you pause,
About
it
pause,
seems like
how long
for
should we pause?
how long that you have to pause. Usually, there are based on a research on a conversational speech consists of short, medium, and long pause. But if how much is short? Short is zero point 0.2 of a second, so it's kind of a split second. Medium is zero point 0.6 seconds, and long if that's over 1 second. So pauses here, it's not easy to embrace because for many speakers, even the shortest pause can feel like this is like a silence, interminable silence. And you know that silence hurts. That's because we tend to think faster when we speak. You think it's long while actually it is not. So then when when you think it's long, don't be don't be thinking that okay, this is too long. So what you need to have is when you're having the pause, this is actually the time when you collect your thought. So because if you lose your thought, then the pause will give you time to get back on track. Also, this is will help to calm your nerves, right? So taking a pause before starting a speech is especially important for every people. If you remember during the speech contest, when the contestants start to speech, before they start, usually they have pause like 1 to 2 seconds before they start. So that means that they can calm their nerves and then collect the thought before they start. Also, when you do pause, this will build a suspense. When you are strategically place a silence, that will build a suspense or emphasize a point or to give the audience time to absorb your key insight. Something like when I'm saying, so what's your thought of what I'm just saying? I give a pause. So on that case, I give you, the audience, the time to think about what I'm just saying. Or or when I'm telling a story and then I will say, and you know what happened next? Then that's a build a suspense because the audience wouldn't know what would happen. So this is the time when the good time for you to start thinking what to do next. This is a pause, give you a chance to take a break and figure out what comes next. So that's the benefits of having the pause. And then when you okay, now how to do the to practice that is in Toastmasters, as you know, that that's a role that is called an accounters. They're not just counting your crutch or filler words or pause, but please also listen to what they review because it is very important. People cannot get away to the pause like to be zero, but people can eliminate that. So what you need to do is you need to be aware how many pause when you are delivering your speech. Once you are aware on the next speech that you deliver, you will notice the time when you are about to put an or or pause filler. This is good. If you realize, then that's the time that you put a pause into your speech. People don't put a pause because they don't realize where they have this pause filler. But once you know you are about to say then start to pause. The other things that you can do is to record. To practice is to record your speech and then you turn on your video and then to see how it looks like on a difference. Because when you are about delivering a speech, it's not something that, okay, you all need to practice once and then you have a good speech afterwards. At least you need to do that 3 times, because on each practice, then you can do a review and then improve that on a second practice.
Using video, I did that, and I usually create many video, many recording because I felt because my nervousness show up in the video.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I noticed that when I nervous is my eyes usually look up,
Mm-hmm.
look down, look up, look down, and also yeah, you said about pause filler
Mm-hmm.
like we usually use it, right, in the Toastmaster meeting to count how
Mm-hmm.
many filler we are, and we need to
Mm-hmm.
realize that. But sometimes it's very difficult to notice the moment when we are going to have that false filler. It's just because
Mm-hmm.
we want to say we want to say what next, we want to think
Yeah.
what next, and then
Mm-hmm.
we are busy, our mind is busy thinking what should I say next to make myself
Okay.
not feel so embarrassed in front of people, and then we
Mm-hmm.
forget, and then we to what is that, to disguise
Mm-hmm.
our weakness in not
Mm-hmm.
able to say something
Mm-hmm.
next. We use pause filler, right? That's what I
Yeah.
experienced.
All right. So actually, the one that you just mentioned, there are two things. Is that when you delivering speech, then your eyes looking up to the ceiling or to
Yes.
the floor, and the other one is you still having this pause filler. Let me answer this question one by one. When you look up to the sky, to the ceiling or to the floor, something like that, is that when you are thinking.
Yes, correct.
So yes, the only things to do that is to practice more, because when you start to think, meaning that you are not really ready to deliver that. I mean, how many times people have to practice is practice until these words or the speech is look like something that it's coming from your heart. So because when you are saying something and it's come from your heart, it's something that's easy to deliver. Although we all know that a good speech, sometimes is something that is scripted. So make that script in a way that it's coming from your heart. That's by practicing more and more so that you can recite it without thinking anymore. And the next one is how to what's the second one? When you think that makes you thinking or something like that.
Yeah, I was using force filler because
Yeah, yeah.
I was busy thinking
Okay.
what to say next.
Okay. Then, as I said, the words that you are saying, the rate is a lot less than the rate of words when you are thinking. That means when you're saying the things, it's slow down. That means that you need to slow down your speech to also slowing down the words coming out of your mind. So that's the way to do that is slow down when you speak. When people nervous, that's a tendency for these people speak so fast because they want to
Yeah,
finish it.
quicker.
They want to finish it quickly. That's why they are thinking so fast. But the thing is, the faster you think, you cannot catch up things on your mind too.
Oh, I
Then
see.
that will
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like a
yeah.
stop.
Yeah. Okay, okay. That's so insightful. Yeah, yeah. I just know that our
Mhm.
mind thinking faster when we are
Yeah.
nervous. So our word is also want to catch up but cannot catch up.
Yeah. Yes, that's why because your mind like producing so many words so regard that your mouth, your lips cannot say,
Yeah.
cannot deliver that as fast as your mind.
And usually we are meeting in English, right? In our
Yes.
second language.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's even
That's right.
even challenging.
That's right. Speak slowly to give time for the words coming into your lips.
Okay, thank you, Rina. That's so insightful, and I myself felt that
Mm-hmm.
your explanations benefit me most, and I believe that those who listen to this podcast will understand that speech and overcoming nervousness in speech need a lot of practice, and we
Mm-hmm.
are at STC ready
Mm-hmm.
to help you with your speech and want to raise your speech to the next level. Thank you, Rina, for your time,
Thank you,
and
Jonathan.
see you again to the next sessions.
Very nice to have this session with you. Good to
Yes.
see you.
Goodbye. Bye bye.
Bye.